Hi ladies, just go through the February swap with you. Save me doing loads of typing. I just thought I'd show you some examples. The Easter swap is, you can choose one of these unless you sign up twice, then you can choose two. You can sign up for as many swaps as you like, and these are the choices that you can choose from. 2 Easter themed coasters, and if you're covering these with paper, please seal them to waterproof them, you know, with the Mod Podge or another sealer so they can be wiped clean. 4 3x3 Easter cards and envelopes in a holder, and when I say holder I mean a little gift bag, gift box, folder, presentation wallet. It's all about packaging this month, as well as getting our little swap, have it in nice packaging. The envelopes there can be shop bought or handmade, I don't mind on that one. Then there's 4 large Easter cards and envelopes. Again, if you want to have shop bought envelopes for the 3 large ones, that's fine. And those 3 cards should be wrapped in a cellophane bag, you know, the 3 together, not individually. A glassine bag, a nice paper bag, something like that. And those packagings can be shop bought. Then there's 4 large Easter themed tags in a holder, and I'll show you some examples in a minute of that. An A1 page, sorry, you can use A4 or a 12x12 page of Easter themed paper to make a mini album or a book, you know, like a meander album or a little booklet, notebook, anything out of one sheet of paper. And I've got 2 examples here. I've got a 12x12 and an A4, so that's only one of those. You don't make 2, just choose what size you want, as long as it's made out of 1 page. 10 Easter themed envelope seals, and I'll show you some examples of those. 4 Easter journal cards with 4 matching pockets. These what you can use in a scrapbook album. And the last thing, 4 Easter themed photo mats for an album, and I'll show you some examples of that. So I'll just quickly go through that again. 2 Easter themed coasters, 4 3x3 Easter cards and envelopes in a holder, 3 large Easter cards just packaged in a nice bag, 4 large Easter themed tags in a holder, a 1-page Easter themed mini album or booklet, 10 Easter themed envelope seals, 4 Easter themed journal cards with 4 matching pockets, or 4 Easter themed photo mats for an album. Now there's bound to be something for everybody there. I'm posting the swap now, and you've got till the last of the month to have that swap to your swap partner. I'm posting it slightly earlier because there's less days in February, but as long as you have that towards the end of the month, slightly after, not weeks after, you know, a few days here and there is fine. Now I'm going to show you some examples of all that what I've just mentioned, but all my Easter papers and Easter stuff is locked away upstairs. I've managed to get hold of some stuff, but the examples are not Easter themed. I did want some religious paper. I couldn't get to my stock upstairs. I went to the shops and they had nothing, absolutely nothing. So all they had was Easter eggs, Easter bunnies, Easter chicks. I used to get some nice, you know, silver toppers, churches and crucifixes, but there's nothing out there. I was then going to think about buying a packet of Easter cards, religious themed ones, and cutting them down to make toppers. Right, I'll just show you the papers that I will be making my things with. This is this is a 12x12 Tim Holtz. I've taken this out of my seasonal stash and this is obviously the Easter page, so lots of lovely vintage images there. So I will be using this paper for, so depending on how many swaps I sign up for, I'll be using some of the images off this sheet. And out of the Riverbank Revels springtime collection, although it was last year's collection, but that's all right, I'll be cutting this 12 by 12 and using that, and that's all Easter chicks and springtime flowers. So they're the papers I'll be using. I've also got to hand some metal crucifixes, charms, and I've also got an Easter stamp, so I can just about get my my swaps done with what I've got in stock. Right, I'll just show you this. This is a little fake book that you pop in the bookcase, and it's Parisian themed, which is great, and it's a box and it's got a magnetic closure. So I've stored all my examples in here to show you. Right, first of all, the coasters, I didn't have time to make 2 of those, but I did state to cover it with Mod Podge to seal it, or an alternative excuse me, an alternative to that is this. I've been buying these a lot lately. This is a metre of, I don't know, I would call it an oilcloth. It's a very, very thick plastic, one side with the images, and then it's cloth inside, like to use tablecloths and what have you. So I bought this for craft purposes only. When I get my craft room sorted out, I may use this as just a cover for the desk. But I thought it's almost Easter themed with those chicks on. So you could get 2 coasters and cover them with this. Then they'd be fit for purpose. They'd, you know, you just wipe them clean. So that's just a tip there for the coasters if you wanted to use paper and Mod Podge to seal it, or you could use that waterproof fabric oilcloth. So that's that one. The next one, the 4 3x3 cards. I made a little example here. Hang on. Again, that's a shop bought envelope. I bought these. Oh, they're not. That's my hand cut cards. I bought some Christmas cards that were something like 50p after Christmas, and I bought them just to get these little envelopes, because when you're mass producing 3x3 cards and packs, they come in handy. But I also make my own on the envelope board, so you can have shop bought on these or make your own. And this is just an example of one of the 3x3 cards. I've used some springtime paper there, and I've stuck a crucifix on, and I've stamped Easter, and inside I've stamped Easter as well. This is just a piece of 6x3 card that I cut down, creased it to make a card, rounded the corners, and then I popped the paper on the crucifix and stamped it. So that's just an example. 4 of those with the envelopes in like a little folder or something. So that's the 4 3x3s. The next one is 3 large Easter cards. Now, when I say large, anything above UK A7, which is I think 4x3. So anything above that. Now I'll show you 2 examples. This is one card. It's a DL card, a long tall one, and what I did, I just backed it with some Eastery type paper. I'm trying to get, sorry, I'm trying to film in a tiny speck. I've stamped at the top Easter, and I've put 3 like gems there. And this was actually a sentiment in an oval shape. So I reversed it, put some ribbon on, and then put about 11 different types of coloured stickles on there. You know, when you buy Easter eggs, you get that foil with all the glittery dots. I'm sorry this is a squash, but there's one size of card, and although this is a Valentine card, this is another size. It's just a standard card. So let me do something with that light, that's better. So 3 large cards and envelopes. They can be shop bought envelopes, and anything above 4x3, because you've got your, if you want to make the small ones, they're 3x3, and then 3 large ones for the other option. Right, and those 3 cards should be stored in either a cellophane bag or a pretty paper bag. That can be shop bought as well, or you can get some beautiful vintage bags. I've seen some of the ladies in Canada and America have got them. I'd love to know where they sell them, if they have them over here. So pop them in a nice bag. 4 Easter theme card tags for the next one in a folder. So this is a little folder. I'm going to move this box because I might have more room then to film. If you can hear some wheezing, that's my cat, it's got asthma. This is a little folder that I made with some black and gold foiled card, and I've wrapped a nice piece of ribbon around there, and that's the closure. And then, you know, to give it the Easter theme, hang on, that's better. To give it the Easter theme, I've just punched out a white cardstock disc, and I've popped a crucifix on top. And I did that because I put it, first of all, you couldn't even see it, so I gave it that white background so you can see it. And inside, that's just a little handmade folder, and I've popped 1 tag example in it, but for the swap it's 4 tags. And that's a hand cut tag piece of card, and I've decorated the back to give it, you know, Eastery, a nice gold ribbon. And on the front, I've backed it with that springtime paper that I showed you for the 3x3 card. I've tied a ribbon which matches the closure ribbon, and I've stamped Easter in green to match the ribbon. So that's an example of the size of tag, and it's 4 handmade tags in a little folder. And I'm just going to show you some examples. Do not just get a piece of paper and cut the tags out like that, printed tags. That's no good. Either, where's that little one? Also, don't punch out a tag. That's no good. We want your own cut out tags. Back them and decorate them. Now this is the maximum size. This isn't an Easter tag, it's just a tag I made the other day, but that's a 6x3, so that's the maximum size. And this is a 4 3/4 by 2.5, so that's the type of size that you're looking to make your tags. Anything between those 2 sizes. You can make 4 different sizes, 4 different decorations, or you can make 4 exactly the same size and 4 exact same papers on the 4. It's up to you, but it's 4 Easter themed tags in a little folder. So that's that. Right, what was the other thing? 10 Easter seals, handmade, envelope, Easter themed envelope seals. And I'll just show you these. These are some envelope seals I made recently, and they're just show different colour themes. By using different amounts of petals and different colours can give you an array of looks. Now what I've done here, I've got 1, 2, 3. I've taken 4 different size sets of petals. I've glued them on top of each other, and then I've just put a diamante in the middle. Now if I was making these for a card, I would of course curl all the petals, curl them completely, and then mount it with a glue dot. But because this is going on an envelope, we don't want it to be catching on other mail in the post, so you need to make those very flat and then just glue them on. Don't put a piece of double-sided glue on the back, but don't put any pop dots or glue dots or anything, and make 10 of those. You can make them different sizes, different colours, different textures. Like that one's got 4 layers on it, and there's that one, 2, 3. Oh, that one has as well. That one's only got 3 layers on it, and by using different colours you can get different effects. There's another one. So 10 envelope seals, and I've made, the way I've made these Easter themed, I've done flowers, springtime flowers. So that's those. Right, an Easter themed mini booklet. Right, as I say, I didn't have any of my Easter papers with me, so these are examples but not of Easter themed. Now this one I made out of a piece of 12 by 12, and then of course I've used a piece of card for the cover, and this was made by an A4 sheet, and the cover is the actual part of the A4, and I'll go through that. An A4 is UK size, it's 11 3/4 by 8 1/4. Right, that's the closure, the little belly band with the sandy coloured butterfly on, and this is the cover, and inside I've used chick paper, so it's kind of Easter, and it's just a little booklet, like a little brag book, and you can put all photographs. There's no pockets in it and no tags. If you wanted to put pockets and tags in, you can, but the 12 by 12 paper just made the booklet. If you wanted to add extra for pockets and tags, that's not a problem. But there's all the pages, and you can use a piece of card which I've covered the front and back, and I've just popped a little belly band to close it, and I've used a sandy coloured one because I think it went with the gold paper really nice. So that's the 12 by 12, and this is an A4 again with a little belly band, and the same idea. Nice springtime papers in that, and that's an A4. So they're just little tiny booklets, albums. So you make one of those out of one sheet of paper. So choose whether you want to make an A4 or a 12 by 12. The other option was 4 Easter themed journal cards with pockets. So here's one I've made in the style of a seed packet, and the paper is all about seed packets. So I've actually cut it out and made a seed packet. So that's the pocket, and inside is the matching journal card. So it's a piece of the paper I've backed onto cardstock, and I've stamped journal, and I've just put a little gem there to cheer it up. So that's one journal card in a matching pocket. You need to make 4. They can be of the same paper, the same design, or they can be varying. That's one. I'll show you another one. Here's another one. This is the little envelope, and I've popped a little, I made this on my envelope board, and I've put a little envelope seal there, and inside, don't know if you can read that, it says just a note, and I've punched out a piece of the matching paper, the same paper as I made the pocket with, and I've popped 3 buttons and they coincide with the colours on the paper, and then on the back it says journal. So you're to make 4 of these, 4 Easter themed envelopes and 4 Easter themed journal cards for an album. Right, the sizes, I haven't measured these, but these are the general size. Let me see, where's the ruler? Right, the journal card is, I need to bring it close because I haven't got my glasses on. So that's almost 4 by 2.5. So that kind of size for the journal cards, and that's the pocket goes in, and that's an A7 size, which is 4 by 3. So of course that'll be slightly smaller. Do not do tiny ones this size. This is the first size on the envelope board. This is just an example to say don't do them this small. They're too small. So do 4 different not themed because they're all Easter themed, but different, 4 different or 4 the same journal cards and pockets. And last but not least, there was 4 photo mats, and in the preparation for this I cut 2 pieces of card, that piece and that piece, and without thinking I glued them together instead of gluing them onto a piece of cardstock, so there'd be in a white background, which is what I wanted. Now I'll just measure this. This is 5.5 by 4, so 4 Easter themed photo mats, round about that size, give or take a couple of inches either way. But don't do what I done, just stick them together. They need to be stuck on card round the corners, or leave them square cut. Maybe just a little bit of stamping, or on a plainer side like that you could stamp Easter or photos or journal on one side and photo mat on the other. But four of those. So I hope showing you all those examples helped. There's all the options. I'll type the options down, but I didn't want to have to type all the instructions. Okay, thanks for watching. If you've got any problems or inquiries, put them on the inquiry board. If you want to sign up to the swap, sign up on the sign up page. Also, this is multiple swaps. You can sign up for however you want, or as few as you want. But if you do sign up for them, please do fulfill your commitment signing up to the swap and getting paired off with a partner. You must fill in the contract of sending them something, especially if you received that. Everyone does. There was just a couple of complaints over last year, which have ironed out now. So enjoy the swap. Thanks, ladies. Bye.